Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to the Samaritan Paradox. So the game's put an interesting twist on us. We're now actually inside of a story that then we're collecting different items and trying for different goals. So right now I've got this rope with resin, which I'm going to try to get items I couldn't get before. I have a water flask, and let's just double check that we didn't also need to get the book or barrel or the lamp or the rock. Nope, couldn't do anything else but get the flask. I think we're trying to start a fire, but I don't think we've done enough to accomplish that yet. We have this shiny shield, which we could try. Like we need to apparently use the shield on the fence, and we now have fire. Okay. Beacon's fully aflame, and so we've started the beacon, but we don't know what the next step there is to do. Drinking water with this shred of sail doesn't seem to do anything. Ruby ring. This with this. This with this. We've already figured out that. Water bottle. The first well. We can climb up the cliff. And unless we need another resin element. We need to do something that would potentially let me either through the cliff or up the cliff. And I'm not sure what it is that I need to do. We have this stone table, and there's nothing to do with it. We have these charred weapons, and there's nothing to do with that. We're in a dangerous position where we may be actually just confused, and because of that confusion I may very well end up wasting 30 minutes just trying to figure out the solution. We have this fire. Ruby ring on the fire. The shred of sail on the fire. Shaved the wet sail over the flames. Oh, I'm making smoke signals. Because I was supposed to make 3 clouds. Like there were 3 clouds in the charcoal. So I'm doing S ... and then OS, I would imagine. Something big approached.
Hi.
Welcome, girl.
Thank you. Where am I?
On my island, obviously. I have never been challenged by a young girl before. Well, there is a first time for everything.
Challenged?
The smoke signals, those are for summoning me to challenge.
Well, I never planned to challenge anyone.
Fine. Then I shall simply eat you now.
What? No, stop! Can I not just leave?
Silly girl, the only way to leave this island is to win the duel. Now be still, I'm too old for cat and mouse games.
Fine, I challenge you to a duel.
I thought so. This will buy you a day at least. You came here with the challenge, hence I decide how it is fought. And I choose a battle of wits.
Very well, suits me better than weapons at least.
Now, listen carefully. On this island, there are 3 wells. They are all situated on different altitudes. The first one is right over there on the beach. The third is all the way up in my tower.
The steep cliff over there?
Correct. Now, the water of each well is highly poisonous. Drinking from it will lead to your death within an hour. There is
Good to
only
know.
one antidote, namely water from a well situated higher up. Thus, if you drink from the water of the first well, you must hurry to drink from either of the other 2 wells. The duel is fought by presenting a bowl of water to the other. We exchange bowls and make a toast. The one who lives after 1 hour wins the duel.
But wait a minute. I cannot possibly access the 3rd well. I cannot fly like you.
Then I guess you shall not drink from that well.
Only you can reach the 3rd well, which is the antidote to all other wells.
There is nothing wrong with your comprehension, at least.
This is highly unfair.
Would you prefer a duel of brute force instead? Here and now?
No, I am fine with the first game. When do we meet to exchange bowls?
At nightfall.
Good. I shall offer you a nice toast.
That is the spirit. Oh, and I always ask for the names of my visitors. I like to know the name of that which I eat.
Well, I think my name is Freya.
You think?
I really do not remember my name.
What are you, a complete cretin? Here I hoped for a proper challenge.
I have no memories at all.
Please, enough about you already. Freya is as fine as any name.
Good. And what of your name? I prefer to know the name of those whom I poisoned to death.
I am Semita, you insolent humanling. Now get going. You have until dusk to come up with your plan.
Alright. Wasn't expecting a dragon. We've got a bowl. And let's see. So if I end up drinking the first well water, then I could go to the second well water and drink that for an antidote. Well water isn't toxic for flowers, it seems. Let's see. Bottle contained drinking water. So if we put this in the bottle, and she put this in the bowl. She put this on the stone table. So this has tricked effectively the dragon. It'll drink this regular water, and then it will go drink from the 3rd cliff, and because of that it'll die. Now the only question is, how do I save myself? I wish more of this was voiced out loud. Like, you're getting... saying this game is fully voiced is actually not true. There's a lot of internal dialogue that's not getting here. Ocean water. Let's see. Drinking water, resin, books. Books on tales of fiction, books on tales of fiction. Oil. And you can go back up to this point. And you can go to the cove. And then we have this thicket. It's funny, I've solved the part of killing the dragon. It's just, how do I keep it from killing me? And I can't use the water bowl on the first well. Now contains water from the first well. And I'm not going to drink it myself. And you can't combine the water bottle with the water bowl. Drinking water from it. Let's see. I only have one bowl. Use this on the stone table. Should meet the dragon at this table to exchange bowls. Wait until sunset, reread the instructions. The Dragon's Duel. Fill your bowl with water from one of the 3 wells. At sunset, you will exchange bowls and drink up. The water from any well is poisonous unless you immediately afterwards drink from a well situated higher up on the island. You must kill the dragon to win the duel. At least she shall eat you, even if you survive her toast. And so I can just wait till sunset. Rope with resin on the first well. Maybe I could clog up a well. Second well. Dagger on second well. Ruby ring on second well. And unless we need more resin, I tell you what, I'm just tempted to wait and see what happens. because like, this doesn't fully make sense. Empty the water bottle and fill the water from that well. Alright, so I think we've got it. So water bottle now from the second well. Just filled the water with the water from the second well. So it seems like the guess is that the dragon is going to give me water from the first well, and I'm not going to have time to get to the second well, or something else is going to happen. So let's take no chances and save right here, and then wait. So, stone table. Use the stone table, wait till sunset.
It is nightfall and time for our toast. Please give me your bowl.
So I'm gonna give her the water bowl with no poison in it.
Thank you. And here is your bowl.
Since the dragon had offered Freya water from the third well, there was no antidote available from her. The last thing she remembered was the dragon carrying away her powerless body to its nest. So that didn't work. We've got to figure out how can we do this. Use water on flowers. Use water bottle on first well. Use water on charred weapons. I need an antidote, and I don't know how to get an antidote. And there's just no puzzle. Maybe there's more conversation that I have to do. Maybe I have to talk my way out of this.
It is nightfall and time for our toast. Please give me your bowl.
Let's talk to the dragon first. Fred decided having little to do with the dragon as possible. Seemed like an old dragon. Let's see if I give this
here
to her.
Thank you. And here is your bowl.
It is doing us the favor of just auto-saving. Water bowl on flowers. Water bowl on flowers. It really just feels like the game is screwing with us in some way. Rope with this. A giant sewing needle, which doesn't make any sense. Rare looking gem. Have I missed something? Is there something I would have to do outside of this story to get back to the Samaritan Paradox part of the game? I don't understand the thicket part. I feel like there's some kind of element, something we've missed. Rock, wine, barrel, books. Is there something on the screen that I'm missing? Oh! I get this. This is actually easier than I thought. I drink the poison from the second well. So take this, drink it. And then she gives me the poison from the third well, which is now the antidote. So water bottle on Freya. Strictly down a few mouthfuls of the poison well water, hoping the dragon wouldn't notice. Liquid felt strange in her stomach. Now I give the regular water to her.
Thank you. And here is your bowl.
Therefore, Freya drank from the dragon's bowl, and an uneasy feeling in her stomach subsided. She had neutralized the poison. This was a lot easier than I thought. The dragon, however, was sure Freya was bound to die and carried her off to its nest. And of course, the dragon...
Now I shall drink some water from my well and then rest for a while. Find yourself at home, please. For the remaining hour of your woefully transient existence.
Just go and drink from that third, will you? Please don't drink from the third well. I have some questions.
I have some questions.
Oh, fine. I will share some of my near-infinite knowledge with you, however little time you shall have to use it.
From which word did you serve me water? We already know it was the third well. Does it really please you to win a game this unfair? Is that a hatchling's nest? Suppose I win this duel, how will I get bound? Who came with the rowboat on the other beach?
Suppose I win the duel. How will I get down?
You have already lost the duel. You drank from my water, for which you have not acquired an antidote. Need I explain the rules many more times, forgetful child?
Is that a hatchling's nest over there?
It is indeed. I have a daughter. She is out ravaging the seas. She might return later to taste a bit of you. She is mad for human flesh.
From which well did you serve me water?
The third.
You should know I could not scale this cliff anyway. I am a girl, not a mountain goat.
There are many shortcomings with the human race. I cannot keep track of them all. You do remind me of squirrels, after all. They climb well, don't they?
Does it really please you to win a game this unfair?
You misunderstand the nature of dragons. We do not like to play games. We like to win games.
Who came with the rowboat on the other beach?
An adventure seeker just like the rest challenged me with his sword. What good is a sword when it is molten? That coward got away, though. Swam off like a seal, probably swallowed by the waves.
Why do people come here to challenge you?
Maybe they like the pain.
Nobody likes the pain, or it would not be called pain.
True. I have something that is theirs.
So they are quite justified in confronting you, then?
Oh yes, and their visits give me pleasure. It is by keeping their treasure here that I can beckon them. Spares me the effort of roving the ocean. I am old and tired.
Let's try this one and see if it gets us killed.
You foul beast, let me out of this wretched lair.
Do not raise your tone, pray. Although I do like your spirit, defiant in the face of death. Even most knights despond eventually, and you are not even clad in iron.
I have no more questions.
I am sure you will excuse me while I go to my own personal well, the highest one here, incidentally, and drink from it.
1 hour later, the dragon will be dead.
Hello? Semita?
There's no reply, not a sound was heard. The water from the third well proved fatal for the dragon instead of the antidote she had expected it to be. Interesting. This has occupied the corner layer. You seem rather old and no longer in use. Alright, let's take some shed skins. So apparently we're gonna find some form of... The dragon seemed dead. Let's see, there's a horn and a fire pit. Clusters of brimstone near the embers. So, shiny horn set in the stone. We're gonna find a treasure in the book, and the treasure in the book is... So the skin is kind of probably gonna be useful. I bet if we do this and this, we can do this now. We have a needle. And with this and this, we can make a contraption, as in a parachute or a balloon. And wouldn't want to drink from a water bottle. So let's see. This with the fire pit. Maybe we... Let's see. Use golden horn on for you. She didn't want to put the instrument to her lips. She had no idea what kind of power it possessed. So what else are we missing? Contraption on the nest. Contraption. Search through the cave before leaving it. Is she gonna really pick up brimstone? Interesting. Brimstone on the contraption. Crystal brimstone on the fire pit. Well, I got the brimstone and apparently needed that. Star-filled sky. She studied the sky for a while. Slowly images of constellations that long ago came back to her. She made sure to memorize these constellations. Powerful gusts of air coming from beneath. And I bet that's going to be the end of chapter 1 of this book. And foreshadowing a fight with the younger dragon later. That was a strange tale. I hope Sara will find it useful somehow. So we didn't actually get anything for doing that first chapter, but I imagine by completing it now I can talk to Sara, and that will give me some bit of information to move forward the story. Kind of in a sad way, that tale's a little bit more interesting than what we've been doing up to this point, because there's been a lot of wandering around and being a little lost, and it was a little bit more obvious and easy to play a point-and-click adventure game that is just set in a fantasy world versus a point-and-click adventure game that is set in a mystery world, detective story, I guess is what you would call this, even though the main character isn't actually a detective. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.